Winnipeg business owners, listen up. Forget theory. This is a profit playbook, and the goal is simple: turn tax law into cash in your bank in the next 24 hours. So let's put a number on this right away. On $500,000 in profit, the difference between doing this right and wrong is about $90,000 every single year. That's what's on the table. Let me be crystal clear. If you're incorporated, you are probably overpaying tax. And if you're not incorporated yet, you're missing a fundamental strategic move. We're gonna plug this massive financial leak right now. Okay, Section 1, the Winnipeg tax leak. So how is it possible that your business might be paying a 27% tax rate when it should be paying just 9%? Let's break it down. Just look at that gap, 27% versus 9%. That 18-point spread, well, that's not a rounding error. That is pure hard profit that you are leaving on the table for the government to take. So where do these numbers come from? Look at the Manitoba row. The federal government charges you 9%, but Manitoba charges you 0 on that first chunk of profit. That's your home field advantage. Combined, you hit that 9% sweet spot. The alternative? A punishing 27%. So how do you actually get that 9% rate? Section 2 is your playbook, 5 simple steps to get you immediate savings. And here's the entire game plan. It's simple. First, we confirm you qualify. Second, we spot the grind killers, the things that'll wipe out your savings. Third, you master your pay strategy. Fourth, build audit-proof habits. And fifth, plan how to reinvest all that cash you're about to save. All right, step 1, the CCPC test. Do you qualify? You need to be a Canadian-controlled private corporation. That just means you're based in Canada and not controlled by non-residents or a public company. Critically, your money has to come from active business income, not just sitting on investments, and you have to be under that $500,000 business limit. Now, for the most important part, Section 3, spotting the grind killers. Pay attention, because these are the 2 mistakes that will vaporize your savings instantly. Okay, warning, dumb mistake number 1. I call this the passive income grind. This is where profitable, successful businesses get lazy with their cash and completely lose their tax advantage. This chart shows you the penalty for hoarding cash. See, the CRA wants you reinvesting, not just sitting on a pile of money. Earn up to 50 grand in passive income, you're in the green. But go over that, and your deduction gets clawed back fast. Hit 150K, it's gone. You get 0. The official government term for this is Adjusted Aggregate Investment Income, or AAII. And honestly, the math is brutal. For every single dollar you earn in passive income over $50,000, your $500,000 business limit gets hammered down by $5. It's a penalty for not putting your money to work. And that brings us to dumb mistake number 2, ignoring associated corporations. This is a classic trap, especially for entrepreneurs who have more than one company on the go. Here's the rule, plain and simple. If you control multiple corporations, the government considers them associated. That means they all have to share one single $500,000 limit. You don't get to multiply the deduction for each company. That loophole was slammed shut a long time ago. Next up, step 3, your pay strategy, salary or dividend. Now this isn't advice, it's a decision framework. Salary is a business expense, so it lowers your company's tax bill and it builds your personal RRSP room, but you have to pay into CPP. A dividend, on the other hand, comes from after-tax profit, so no corporate deduction, no new RRSP room, and no CPP. The right answer here depends entirely on your situation. Okay, step 4, audit-proof your books. This part is completely non-negotiable. 1, separate your business and personal accounts. Absolutely no commingling. 2, keep digital receipts for everything. 3, document the business purpose for every major expense. And 4, hold and document an annual meeting, even if it's just you in a room. This isn't about avoiding an audit, it's about making an audit completely irrelevant. And finally, step 5, reinvest the savings. Remember that $90,000 we found at the beginning? Put it to work right here in Winnipeg. Buy targeted digital ads, hire that key employee you've been putting off, purchase new equipment that makes you more efficient, automate some manual process that's slowing you down. This is how tax savings become fuel for real growth. All right, theory's over. Let's make this real. Section 4, real money case study. We're gonna look at the actual financial impact for a local Winnipeg business. So let's take a super common scenario, a Winnipeg contractor. You probably know one. Let's say their net profit is about $100,000 for the year. Here is the bottom line. Without using the small business deduction, they're paying 27%. That's a tax bill of 27 grand. With the deduction, they pay 9%, a tax bill of only $9,000. The difference is staggering. So what's the result? Approximately $18,000 saved. That is cold, hard cash in the bank, ready to be reinvested directly back into their business and into our local economy. And that brings us to the final point, the big takeaway. Section 5, your unfair advantage. I call it the Winnipeg superpower. Look, here's the truth. Winnipeg's lower cost of doing business can be an absolute superpower, but only if you weaponize it. You do that by keeping your margins high and your taxes brutally optimized. This isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about building a competitive moat around your business. Okay, and the final guardrails. This is education, not personal tax advice. You have to verify every single number with your own CPA and with official CRA sources. Why? Because tax rates and limits change every single year. Do your homework.